In the heart of South Africa, where hijackings have become all too common, a businessman finds himself in a life-threatening situation. But little did his assailants know, he had a surprise of his own. A black Alfa Romeo follows him into his yard, and two suspects armed with guns exit the Alfa Romeo and approach the Range Rover. The businessman notices them and reaches for his own gun, and as the armed suspects attempt to hijack his vehicle, the businessman fires shots through his window, causing the suspects to panic and retreat. He then steps out of his car and continues firing as the suspects flee. He was clearly not in the mood to be messed with. Hijackers don't discriminate. Even suburban families are targeted. In this case, a suburban mom, her daughter, and grandmother are faced with a terrifying ordeal. 3 armed men follow them into their residence and storm the family vehicle. But the mother tells the family to stay calm, locks the doors, and presses her panic button, which alerts nearby neighborhood watches and the police. The suspects get aggressive, and the driver does something incredible. Watch as she discreetly puts the car in reverse and chooses the right moment to ram right into their getaway vehicle. She backs up a little while the suspects scramble. This one looks very nervous about his locked door. The mom then rams them again, going over the pavement and hitting a wall. But she's not done. Watch as she slams the suspect's vehicle one last time. The driver abandons his comrades, and she ends up running right over one of the suspects. Here, some very smart criminals try to hijack a Porsche, one of the fastest cars around. The driver is fully aware they are tailing him and zooms off as soon as they make their move. Next, a stubborn Mercedes owner who gets surprised by a gun at his window. The driver backs out of the situation instantly and finds a gap to escape beyond all odds. The driver crashes into a gap between the criminal's car and the gate, pushing through to freedom. Here, these AK-47 wielding bandits attempt an ambush. AK-47s are quite easy to get in South Africa and are often used by criminal gangs. This civilian was locked and loaded, drawing his pistol and firing multiple shots as the suspects try to rob and/or hijack them. Watch as he draws his weapon as soon as he sees the gun and the criminals getting the scare of their lives. Firearms are legal to carry in South Africa, if you have a license for it. Licenses are not so easy to obtain, however. Next, another Porsche driver gets caught at the entrance of a mall right as the booms lift. He steps on it and leaves them running after him into the parkade. The getaway vehicle with a Free State number plate waits for them and reverses back after a while, waiting for their return. They are later seen returning empty-handed. Another Land Rover targeted. This time the hijackers use force and evasively beat on a car's occupants through the windows. It looks like the criminals were surprised by how many people were in the car and started panicking when it wasn't going to be as easy as they thought. The driver slams their car and speeds off, taking one last beating from the gunman. A student comes home, rolling down his window to access the gate key. In the blink of an eye, he sees the hijackers approaching with a hammer and rolls his window up. As their getaway vehicle blocks him, he calculates his next move while the attacker busts his window. He flips the car into reverse and chooses the perfect moment to speed off. Following victims into their homes is a tactic that most home invaders use. Criminals choose the right time to strike while the victim switches to relaxing home mode, and just when the gate opens. But this Rover driver was alert after reported incidents of recent hijackings nearby. The driver gets away, driving off into a populated, gated community. Hijackers are often not willing to kill for a vehicle, however sometimes murders do occur. They mostly just want the car for a quick payday. These criminals give up and flee. A payday is not what they're getting here. This family has an eventful afternoon after hijackers follow them into their home trying to steal their Golf. The mom and housekeeper are seen fleeing as the robbers try to get out and ram the car through the gate. What's about to happen next is hilarious. The husband runs out and throws a stapler at the assailants. They get a fright and start fleeing even though they are the ones holding the guns. Once again, fast thinking saves an insurance claim. This Audi driver hit the gas as soon as he saw the hijackers in his mirror. This one has a bit of humor to it. Hijackers fight with the drivers of a floral truck and eventually get the driver to surrender. What the criminals don't know is that Johannesburg Metro is watching the whole situation unfold. As the suspects cruise along the highway in their new wheels, police quickly arrive on the scene and apprehend the suspects, making them walk for a while before taking them to the cells. These home invaders rush their victim at gunpoint, demanding his car. He has a friend waiting for him, and they manage to resist and fight the criminals off. The suspects are seen running back to their vehicle, but the victim wants revenge. He reverses straight into the criminal's car at full speed, sending two of the gun-wielding criminals flying into the field. He then backs up and rams them for a second time, causing what's left of them to flee in every direction. Pickup trucks, also known as backies, are often a target as they are easily stripped and sold for scraps. Many of these trucks' chassis fit on other models, making them easily interchangeable. This driver didn't want to give in to the gunman. Watch as he calmly opens the gate and speeds out, reversing over the pavements. A lucky escape. And this Mercedes driver saw them coming from a mile away, bolting as soon as they step out with firearms. Thanks for watching our videos. It's free to like and subscribe if you would like to see more South African content, or click on one of our videos on the screen below. Till next time.